Come on. Hi, everybody. Welcome to today's December the 8th, 2021 update for AI marketing. And where are we now? I have to apologize. My voice is a little low right now. I think I feel a little bit of laryngitis coming in. I'm not sure why. At any rate, I hope I can get through this. We will. I'll get it done as fast as I can, and what we're going to be doing today is going through the meeting minutes as given out by Julie on the AI Gestion meeting summary webpage, as converted into English, Google Translate, etc., etc. Julie will be getting us a PDF in English either later on tonight or tomorrow morning. So know that that's coming. That will be put up on the Stone Age Bounty Telegram chat as soon as I receive it, or Julie will probably just put it up there on her own. She's very, very good at doing that, and love her for it. Also, I want to thank Dr. Prem, for all the work that he does with the programming of the Telegram site and the robots that are working on there. He does a great job. And again, Yara for the administration work that he does, and the absolute benefit that he is to the team with the creation of what he does for us. So, and again, just going to be short and sweet. Leave it a few more minutes for more people to come on in and get it going. But yeah, remember that tonight is tonight, this morning, this afternoon, whatever time it is in your part of the world, is an informational thing. It's an update from AI Marketing. It is for entertainment purposes only. Remember, you got to do these disclaimer things. And good evening, Terry, McMahon, Robert, Gary, Lee, Thomas. Good day, all of you. Glad to have you here, and seeing that you're really interested in what is going on. Yes, this is being recorded and will be on YouTube almost immediately after I shut the live down. So you can spread that URL out to everybody so they all get the update as timely as they possibly can. Please do that. You are the leaders here. So one thing that I will give a piece of advice on, as far as I'll get to it. I'll get to it after it goes through the PDF or the website, so that it gives you a better idea. Hey, Pep. Good evening. Good evening. Good to see you. These lives are kind of fun. I'm certainly starting to enjoy them a lot more than Zoom now that I can get myself around the back office and so on and so forth. And every now and again, there'll be special guests in here with me so you guys can all see. I love the chat part on the side here. It works really, really well. You can go through it and highlight the chat questions and answer them so they're highlighted on the screen. It's great. So, yeah, StreamYard is a pretty useful tool by the looks of things. Just took me a little while to get over it. So if you ever want to stream something on YouTube and Facebook, yes, this is on Facebook Live right now as well, on the Stone Age Bounty Facebook group, which most of you probably don't know anything about because I haven't told anybody about it. I was so busy with the Telegram group, I didn't really feel there was much of a need, but there are some members that are on there, so I post it live on there as well. All right, so we can get going here now. It's all the people that I'm sure that there will be more people come in as we go along, but 5 after is my timing for letting people in to get the whole truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, blah, blah, blah. So here we go on the web page that is, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There's what I wanted to do. And Read mode. There we go. You guys can all see that, I hope. Give me a yay on the chat if you can see the web page I'm trying to display there. Hey, Kraken. Okay, well, everything is still there for it. So here we go. Number one. First thing is we have to understand that there are no updates that you can believe from anybody other than the Telegram chats, or if Julie puts one up, or I do because Julie gave it to me, or Raheem does, and because they're going to get it from the Telegram chat too, or from the company themselves. So let's remember that it's all fake news. All these ones that are, we're going to get paid by here, by then, by this, by that. It's don't believe it unless it comes from AI marketing. Absolutely. All right. Perfect Money wanted to charge 9.99%. So they just cut them off. They're no longer working with Perfect Money. Sorry about that for those that have enjoyed the use of Perfect Money with them. I think 9.99% is an insane processing fee. So I would have done the same thing. Bye. So it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is. Maybe you could send Bitcoin from your Perfect Money account if you still have some in there. I don't know what the fees are for sending Bitcoin to another Bitcoin wallet address, but I don't think they'd be 10%. That's for sure. At any rate, Perfect Money as the retail interface that they've been using for it is no longer going to be working. Protect funds have disappeared. Oh my goodness, some people have collected all the money that AI marketing owes them. Isn't that a great thing? I've had a couple of accounts I manage. The Protect fund goes poof. There it was, plain as day, poof, gone. We're good, but. Well, I only had $30 left to collect on the pending wallet, and there was $47 in there. So when I clicked the collect, why would it give me more than the $30 that I had to collect? Didn't know that to me, so why would I get it? So I go, the $30 that they owed me went straight into my cashback wallet. The rest of it went back into the regular Protect fund is where it went, so that the rest of the group can be benefited by all of this too, if their sales don't go through. So, don't ever expect to get more just because your Protect fund says that you've got $3,000 in there and you're only owed $1,500. They're not going to give you the extra money. It just doesn't work that way. So once you get it all cleared up, the Protect fund will go away. It'll look like it did before, and that means you've been fully compensated for any of that Ross Monstador. Did I get that right this time? the Russians freezing the accounts. You're fully paid back. So that's no longer an issue for anybody that goes away on. So that's the long and short of that. Advertising campaigns always launch 10 days late. They're working on that. There's verification. I think this has to do with the sales not being reported as they happen in real time now. Instead, it's now to 24 hours. I think it's midnight Greenwich Mean Time, server time. That's when our sales and advertising budget and amount spent and all the daily things are posted on the stats page. So I imagine that is when everything is posted in the sales page now too. So they'll post this in an hour. They'll post today's sales on the sales page. Reason that is because one of the aggregators was just getting fed up with being asked so many times for all the information, all the sales that are being made. It's it's a nice problem to have, really. If they're getting too many requests, and I think it crashed their servers once because there were so many requests. So that company has asked them to stop requesting every time they do, and once a day kind of thing, and it frees up their time, and it also frees up a little bit of time for AI marketing to the computer time for AI marketing to continue to be busy on the rest of it. All right. So the sales are displayed late because of that reason. Don't worry about it. Yeah, they will show up. There are some accounts the sales have been a little wonky. They have the information. It'll all remember they're going through updates, so everything's good. Even the zero balances on the accounts are a wonky thing. Give it a minute and it'll come back. Right now, I would suggest go in if you can get in and everything's right. Do your thing. Top up with your cash back, and then do whatever bookkeeping that you do with that, and then get out and forget about it for the day. There's nothing else that we can do with it anyway. So, and then leave them the computer time that they need. Conducting work related to database optimization. Due to the work mentioned above, we do not temporarily send information on the affiliate's income to INB. So the INB commissions are not being updated as quickly as they could be, but they figure that's not important right now because we want to get this other stuff fixed up so that works good, so that it means something to have those commissions moved over to the PRTN, right? So they'll show up. They may not showed up for you today, or maybe for last night or something like that. You may notice a lull. Don't worry about it. They know everything that's going on. Always a good idea to take a screenshot of your PRTN and of your AI marketing balances. Do that every day and save it, just so you've got a running record of everything that you have on a daily basis. And that way, if they lose something or lightning strikes or something like that, all the data is mostly there from what your records are. All right. And if you're having trouble logging in, just give it a little bit, because if you do something when you're having keep trying and trying and trying, oh yeah, right, that data may be lost that you've done that. So that's another good reason why to take screenshots. So don't be too picky. Go in when if it's having issues trying to log in. Just give it a minute, an hour, go back. It's all good. Did not return unprocessed AI marketing withdrawals to anyone. As I wrote in the last briefing, we will inform everyone about the official Telegram feed. In other words, when that happens, it will be put on the Telegram feed. All right. They plan to start soon. They don't know when they're going to start soon. They had to configure the cache for the sales, so that took a little bit of time of configuring the cache for the pending withdrawals. All right. So I was a little bit ahead last update. They are just creating the cache, the database, the backup file, whatever you want to call it, for the pending withdrawals, so that when they shut things down, reset, they won't lose all those withdrawals. So quit making withdrawal requests, number one. And at the same time, don't make any purchase requests either. Only do cash back at the time for the time being. Topping up from outside right now. Again, they haven't said it doesn't work, but I have been getting messages from a few people saying that it hasn't shown up yet. It will. Don't fret yourself. It will. If all the numbers are right and you copied the address to your Bitcoin wallet and the actual amount of Bitcoin to your Bitcoin wallet, not typing in a number, because the Bitcoin number they need to match when you do that kind of a top up, because the system looks for the amount of Bitcoin going into that specific wallet. If then else, right? If this matches, then do this. If it doesn't, then next. So you don't want to have to go hunting. Don't contact support about it. So anyway, so the sales cache is configuring the pending withdrawal cache is being configured. So just be patient with it. They hope maybe another week, and that's a guess. Has nothing to do with any time frame or solid dates set in stone, that sort of thing. It's a guess, even by Eugene. Maybe by next week. They plan to start soon. Websites and social media that provide exact dates for restoring withdrawals feed you with fake news. I mentioned that earlier. All those updates are fake news. If you don't get it from this Telegram channel, it just doesn't count. Okay. And that means if we don't get it, if Julie doesn't get it from here, if I don't get it from here, it just doesn't count. That's the official one. So that's the one we need to listen to. Okay. Don't write to the media that unprocessed withdrawals have not been returned to your account. Thousands of messages of that type. You can imagine their support is probably overrun. How come my withdrawal hasn't been returned yet? Well, because we haven't started doing that yet. Pretty simple explanation for that. 15,000 applications for the 13 open spots for the cashback conference in Dubai. Wow. Saturday is the draw. Good luck to everybody. I'm looking forward to meeting all the winners there. And it's going to be a really hoot and holler. I'm really looking forward to it. Really, really looking forward to it. Two reasons. Number one is they wouldn't be having it if they didn't think that everything is going to be said. And later on, they mention that if it's not done by the end of this month, it has to be done by the 22nd of January for the conference. It absolutely has to be, because they can't have the conference without it. And because the conference is only 5 weeks away, right? January 22nd, it comes up. That's, we're the 8th of December already. So, all right. So maybe 5.5 weeks. They probably got all the venues booked, and the DJs booked, and whatever they're doing booked, and the decorations set and getting delivered on the specific date and that sort of thing. Because this kind of an event, even though it's not a huge one, it doesn't get planned in a week. It doesn't, because you have to, you have to get the hotel reservations and make sure, they're probably going to book off a whole hotel or two to house this and have it in conference room in one of those hotels. So, and if they cancel, that would cost them a great deal of money. So everything is going to have to be done by that date, as Eugene stated, and you'll see that later on in this document here. Reason for the fake news: communication. Yeah, they're not great communicators. There's a lot of questions on here. We'll be skipping them because this answers them. Communication. You guys need to step it up a little bit. I wish they would. I know that they could. The one thing that they do say is, why should we tell you something that isn't any different than it was a week ago? I kind of understand that. If something changes that's big, they'll let us know. If they know there's going to be some downtime, they've always let us know that. But as far as putting something up on the news channel regarding withdrawals, well, nothing's changed. Maybe tomorrow. Why do that? They want to put up withdrawals are open. So, and understand too that the business culture in Russia is a little bit different than a lot of us know it. It's certainly not the same as Western culture, or the same as Chinese culture or Asian culture. They're all three cultures have different ways of doing business, and Russia's one of those ones that is different than everybody, and they're also very, very, very secretive about their stuff. And I can understand that, having the history that Russia has, not being able to trust anybody, anywhere, anytime. Suggested we do not encourage robot reloading. His recommendation of what that means is sending money in from purchasing ads using Bitcoin or other cryptos. Again, he doesn't say that it's not working, but we don't really want to bring anybody new in. So he also saying here that new members hold off a little bit again. unless they know exactly what's going on and are willing to accept that scenario. But topping up, if it is going on, and I've only heard one that hasn't got there yet, and that was done a few days ago. But everyone else that I've had messages from did eventually arrive. So he's still saying, please don't, because it's a PR thing. we don't want to bring new people into this situation. Okay, so that's the answer to that. Programmers' calendars estimates for optimizing the database. Forecast 2 weeks ago was 2 weeks ago. He said, well, maybe it'll be done in 2 weeks. Maybe it'll take 1 or 2 days. I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, this aggregator asked them to stop sending frequent requests. So they have stopped that, and that's going to give more time for the system to fix the other issues. And that has to do with the sales page being updated every 24 hours rather than real time. So, because every time you went to your sales page and it updated it, it went to the aggregator and got the information from there. So now it's going to be a 24-hour update. It won't give any information until server time or something like that. Yeah, we caused a DDoS attack with our requests and had to postpone the rest of the business and get started again. So they modified their processes. He says he thinks by the end of the week, like it says in the answer here, close to the conclusions and start returning the untreated interference. I think so. I'm not sure. Remember those words. I think so. I'm not sure. Can you tell us to what extent you believe the repayment of old balances via the protection fund has progressed and whether all the accounts concerned follow the process? He doesn't know. I would think they all follow the process. Mine's never done me wrong. When I collect, bam, it collects, goes straight into my cash back, and it can go from there wherever I want it to go. So I would imagine everybody's is working. And like I said earlier, once you've collected all that money under the card, poof, the Protect Fund is gone. Doesn't owe you anymore because you collected it all. Good evening, Eugene. Regarding scripts, what are the estimated calculation speed? Well, not only running one process. What he's asking is how fast can your computers run? Depends on the task that they're running. Like he says, he estimated it'll take about a week to calculate everything and start repaying the money on the accounts once we are done with the cash. So he's estimating a week from now to get the cash done for the withdrawal requests, to get them off the server. We're over here and safe. And now we can go boom, 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 boom. Restart. What is that? Control, alternate, delete. I don't know what it is on an Apple. But and it goes, boom, oh, hi, I'm back, I'm new. And then they can take all those requests that are in the cache, in the backup, whatever you want to call it, and put them back into the wallets that they came from. So a week, but again, he said earlier he doesn't know. He's not sure. Thanks for the news. Teams are waiting for withdrawals to resume, but not a word from you. Can you tell us when it's possible? I'll pass. Introductory part, word for word. They're working on it, and it's going to be when they get to it. Like you said, a week possibly for the cash of the pending, then the returning of the pending, and then the withdraw button put on. Hopefully next week they'll start refunding unprocessed withdrawal requests, unless something unexpected happens again. Don't bring Murphy. On a scale of 1 to 100, approximate percentage to estimate the progress of restoration to a stable state, 50%. So they're halfway there. Does that mean it's going to take until the first week of January, second week of January? God, I hope not, but maybe. The thing that I got an issue with, again, it concerns the conference, because somebody that's put their name in to go to the conference and all of a sudden wins that trip, but they've got an ad balance of, I don't know, 4,500 or $5,000, and they're earning $10 or $20 a day. At any rate, whoever gets that is going to have some cash to go to Dubai, because yeah, if what I think is true, and this is just a rumor, just a rumor, but if what I think is true, they're going to pay for it all. But if you go to Dubai, you got to have some spending money too, you know. But if you're only there for the 4 days of it, you're not going to be spending a whole lot of time outside anyway. But they may not include meals. They may. I don't know. So access to some cash would be a really good idea. Which is probably why they're saying it's got to be done before Dubai. Good night, Eugene. Question from a partner: why does the money in the INB bonus enter the robot faster? He says that's incorrect information, but we know that's true. All the bonuses that I've ever collected from INB side, exchanging NBO for them, to go into my ad balance, and they're picked up usually within 1 or 2 days, whereas the other ones have been a lot longer than that. So why is it different? I think he answers that a little bit later on, saying that there's different departments working on the bonus section or different people working on the bonus section and on the actual top-ups. And there are more day-to-day top-ups than there are bonuses given. So they probably work a little bit faster. Make sense? That's kind of how it makes sense to me. Yeah, if you don't have as much work to do, you can get it all done quicker. 9, our godchildren, especially those who have just joined our team, are very impatient in the last 6 months. About 3 sites have had problems. This puts us a lot of pressure. Can you announce a more precise deadline? No. We know the problems and explain the reasons. You can't announce it. The company ready for the amount of withdrawals that will occur, or will there be a limit? No limit to the withdrawals when they're made available. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I won't take out more than they want you to put in at a time. But at any rate, I'm really, really looking to that, forward to them not having any limits in the withdrawal. Why wouldn't they? The money's there, so pay them. Hello, Eugene. We're used on the part of the company to transparency. We are used on the part of the company to transparency and clarity, as happened during the first suspension problem. We hope from the company today to provide evidence of what happened in order to present it to people, because that's been some very bad. Has been very bad for the teams. Yeah, I know. Morale has been kicked in the teeth. And I sure appreciate you guys for being as positive as you are, and not reaching through the screen and strangling me and Julie and AI marketing people and all of them, and just saying get it done. But we can only do what we can do, right? And all we can do is support each other, remain positive, and carry on as if things were going to be popping in the next week or two. So, and Eugene understands that as well. I'm sure he's frustrated like crazy because, I'm sure they're burning through dollars or not earning as many dollars as they normally would because of what's going on here. I bet you from withdrawal requests alone, I'll bet you they're losing about $1 million a day or more just because of the withdrawal fee. Give that a study with the mathematics and a guess as to how many withdrawal requests they get on a daily basis. Does deleting of half your income because of the protection fund or certain accounts affect accounting or finance? This reduces their finances. They don't like it. They've got the money. They have to pay it. They owe us. This was the situation. So, mere fact that they're paying us back out of the protect fund is really good news. They owe us. Like he says, we're not happy, but we have to do it. He's right. They have to do it. When will the transfer of funds between accounts via the green card number be activated? No transfers ever. If you want to get money from one AI marketing to another AI marketing, you withdraw in Bitcoin, from one, and you withdraw to the account wallet address that they give you in the other account. If you want to send PRTN straight to your AI marketing, you withdraw PRTN to that Bitcoin wallet address. Simple. There's a video on YouTube here that shows you how to do it. It's PRTN centric, but the same technique applies with the AI marketing side doing that. So those of you that have a Google account can let that get to its fruition and all the money put into your cashback wallet, and then withdraw that cashback wallet from that cashback wallet into your INB wallet, and then the Google account doesn't have to mean anything anymore. So there is a saving grace to that too. Christmas. Are we going to be in Christmas? Are we going to be? You can tell I'm a little tired. Is everything going to be done by Christmas? They're going to try. I hope and I pray that before Christmas, and if it's not before Christmas, I really hope for a fantastic 1-year anniversary for this platform, because it'll be my 1-year anniversary on the 30th of this month. But it also says that 100% must be done before Dubai, which I was talking about earlier. They probably got all the venue all set up and everything all done and ready and paid for and that sort of stuff. And it's not easy to change something like that. I can't imagine it would be in Dubai, especially just because of the conferences that do happen there. I would like to develop a communication service in the back office so as to broadcast preventative messages when the platform encounters difficulties and visible at each connection. They're solving other problems. They don't want to worry about the chat boxes in the back of anything right now. I hope that they do. This is one good thing why ask people to use your gift certificate when they do start, when the starting starts up again. When they do, you get their email address in the cashback section on your AI marketing page, so you can contact them, right? So that's a bonus of getting it. Each year, Hong Kong company is required to prepare financial statements. Yes, they are. And it must be accompanied by the auditor's opinion. 2 serious judgments in 2021. Will it be possible to pass? Yes, they have no problems. They're not, downtime wasn't due to them, but external reasons. So same sort of thing as restaurants in the coronavirus thing. There's no issues with submitting their reports, which is a good thing. To help marketing increase its cash flow and face future challenges, can we imagine creating a liquidity pool for staking or creating a token that can be obtained? They don't want to look at that yet. Restore customer confidence, number one. It's maybe a good idea, but not yet. Not yet. Question 18 having to do with communication again. We can spend their time sending us inconsequential communiques, or that time working on the problem. You know, it may only take 5 minutes per support person to send one out to everybody, but if there are, 100 support people, I don't know how many there are, but that's time taken away from other things that they could be doing. So they're going to send us updates when there's something to update. Information like perfect money. Why do we know it in meetings? Can we know at the time of daily communications? Yeah, perfect money. They, like I said at the beginning, they're no longer going to use it. I wouldn't either. That's just way too high a fee. And I apologize to people that are using perfect money because it worked well. It did. They're just getting greedy. So pull that rug. Sorry, guys. Leaders and their teams are worried about resumption of withdrawals. Here we are again. They can only be made in cryptocurrency. Blockchain will be able to bear such a burden. That's are they going to be able to handle the no limit withdrawals? 400,000 people withdrawing $20,000 at a time. It might slow the blockchain down a little bit. We may have an inkling of an impact, but probably not. Probably not. So no limits, and it should be as normal when it's all pressed and everything's ready to go. Possible to get all members to make at least one withdrawal before the holidays. They're going to do their best. I would have worded that differently because we don't want to get all the members to make it. We want to be able to, members to be able to make a withdrawal, not get one. I understand the sentiment behind it, though. He's not promising before Christmas, but they're going to do it as soon as possible. Let's pray for that. 21st is the next meeting, so I would expect not a whole lot of updates till then, unless the go is given, and then there will be party time in December for all of us. Invitation to the Dubai conference. Are we going to receive an invitation? People that qualify will receive an invitation. People that win those spots will receive an invitation. I don't think anybody other than who is actually going would receive an invitation, because an invite is please join us. And if you don't qualify or haven't won a spot, then you won't be able to join us. Sorry about that. I'm expecting some neat things to be happening there. Would it be possible to add a % of the progress of current resolutions to your official channel? 60% progress, 50, 65, and so on. Where are we at? Well, he doesn't want to make fanciful toys. Like he's always said, these things take away time. They may not take a lot of time, but 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. If you're late 5 minutes a day, doesn't seem like much. But if you're late even 2 minutes a day for work every day for 365 days, how long is that your boss doesn't know you for? Right? Time adds up, even in the microseconds, maybe microseconds in computerdom and seconds and minutes in our time. It all adds up, just like those little 25 and 13-cent commissions from Domino's pizzas that we get. They all add up. The wait becomes long. Withdraws. Again, no news to provide. No news to provide. You didn't have a difficult time. We need official news. No news to provide. This is the same questions. I understand some people are in a bit of a pickle. I do. AI marketing been working for them for a long time. They've come to rely on it, and all of a sudden it's not there, and they don't have a little bit of a cushion. And it's unfortunate. And I hope it gets withdrawn or gets resolved very, very shortly, because some people really do need to make a withdrawal from this. Personal communications, disseminating a message, even a short point of progress on your part, would make a big deal. Yeah, that's what they do. They give the information out to the leaders. Julie gets all the information from corporate, and she gives it out on the Stone Age group. And I try to get it out to all my leaders, but all my leaders are on the Stone Age group and can get it there too. So and it goes out into all the legs and branches throughout the whole organization. It's all there, ready to go. I mean, on Discord channels, on Facebook groups. I can't tell you how many groups that I belong to. I lost count. I lost count of all people that are leaders that have started their own teams and want their own groups going. And I fully understand that. That is what leadership does. And it's up to the leaders of those groups to come over to the Telegram channel and check out what the pinned messages are so that they can get all the news out to everybody that's on their groups. Most people are great with that. They absolutely are. Most are. It's some that are on some of those groups don't like to read. And at any rate, yeah, the information is to be passed down layer by layer, like an onion sort of thing. Let's go into Shrek. I'm like an onion because it has layers. And so yeah, Julie gets it, and then we get it on the Stone Age, and everybody else gets it from there, and they send the information out from there. It's not up to the company to send out an update every time there is or isn't one, although they probably could, but they're not worried about that right now. Remember the different business dynamic over there. And currently Can you report? We'll close the withdrawals as soon as we prepare to pay. That's asking them to put it in the withdrawal section. Don't, please don't, please don't. Um, maybe take a post-it note. If you really need that, take a post-it note and write on it in some fancy letters. Please don't withdraw in AI marketing, and put it on your screen. And we've been asked several times not to, and so let's just not. Will you give qualified animators the opportunity to be accompanied by a person of their choice? Not this year. No, not next year. It was before, because it was very, very little. But now it's a lot bigger, so no, they can only do AI marketing members. But take your better half or other half to Dubai anyway. I'm looking forward to seeing mine there. I hope that that can all be arranged. But she's not going to come to the seminar with me. So, we'll go out, and I'm going to go skiing. I'm going to go skiing in Dubai. I'll give her a ski lesson. That'll be fun. Never seen snow before. Giving her a ski lesson. At any rate. So no spouses coming actually to the conference this time. Again, waiting 4 months, technical work. Well, technically, no, it hasn't been. Only closer to 3 months, really, because there was a month in between where everything was working fine. So at any rate, they want it's communication again. Different teams launch different campaigns. They're leaving within 6 days now. So when you put your advertisement, buy your advertisement, goes into your ad balance. It used to take 10, maybe 12. I've had 11, I think, longest, and now average is about 6 days now. So that's progress. We know it's going in faster. Question 30s. And like I said earlier, clearly fewer bonus campaigns, and the bonus team seems to get by faster. There's not as many bonuses to top up as there are regular top ups from cashback. So that's why they go in faster. There shouldn't be a difference, but that's why there is. As a leader, I think we should have a little more information and communication. Yes, we could. You need to communicate more on the news channel and the leaders chat, but I guess they don't that much. Good evening has really become very difficult to work. We cannot help partners. It takes a week to reach technical support, and they answer us to reiterate the request. Partners are outraged not to be able to withdraw funds. We write, but the answer are wait and wait. These are their words. I understand everything's not so simple, but at least we receive information more often. Even if sooner, you will no longer be able to feed it with information. People are waiting for the withdrawal. Again, they're not happy. He understands it. I'm not happy either. I'm as happy as I can be. And I'm as happy as I can be. I'd be, one step closer given everything all done. But you know what? You take a step back and you look and you watch and you stand on the sidelines and let them do their thing. I've been in many construction sites where the painters go in, the drywallers aren't done yet. The painters had to finish the drywaller's job. It's not unique to this business that things don't necessarily happen all the time. As far as support, again, don't bother them with it. They're going to get to it. They know the problems. And again, Russian culture for how they do business. This one from AI Gestion themselves. As you know, Cyril and I are professional developers, the AI Gestion software, and they converse with their technical team. Julie's in touch with these guys on a daily basis. So that's how come I think we're a little privileged being downline from her to get a lot of this information, because a lot of legs don't have the same connection that AI Gestion does, because AI Gestion has that tie with the software working with the AI marketing website, right? They want to do some technical work. They want to help. Again, they're saying no, thanks, appreciate it. They'll ask if it's necessary. They're great guys, those two, David and Cyril. Not only because they did all that AI gestion stuff for us, but just because they're good people. They really are. They want to help, and that's one way that they could. And if they need them, they'll ask. I'm sure they will. What do you need? We insist you need to communicate more communicating, more communicating. Yes, they know that their communication isn't the best in the world, but they don't want to communicate anything if there's nothing to communicate. So anyway, like I said, there's a lot of repeat questions in here. Is it not reasonable when a problem occurs in one department for the other departments to be affected and go to solve the problem and leave what they should do? For example, the launch of advertising is delayed due to verification, and why don't you hire additional support team? Well, hiring people, knowing coding a little bit. I'm not a pro. It's been years and years and years since I've even written a computer program. I just use everybody else's. But it's knowing the work that goes into coding and whatnot, and hiring somebody and then getting them up to speed on how it all is supposed to work, and then for them to go through the code, people to go through the code looking for problems. That doesn't happen in 2 weeks. It doesn't. You gotta, first of all, you have to find the people, right? Secondly, you have to train them on how it's all working, and then they gotta. Then you know that when anybody that starts a new job, anybody that's ever started a new job, it's going to take you a week or so to get oriented on, okay, this is the flow of the office, or how the hammers go in the shop, bang, 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 in a rhythm. There's a rhythm to everything and how it works. And there's no point in them hiring anybody at this point in time, so that my phone keeps ringing. I don't know why. I'm not going to answer it, so it's just distracting. So anyway, they're not going to hire any more qualified specialists. They shouldn't. We're almost done here at any rate. Roadmap for 2022, it's not ready yet. They want to finish 2021 first. Get these out of the way and carry it on with that, okay? Next update is going to be the 21st of December. Next update, 21st of December, 7 p.m. Paris time, all right? So will we get any updates from now until then? I don't know. I don't know if we will or not. We might not. I expect one or two minor updates, like expect the website to be slow at times. You might not be able to log in at times, but where they are on the fixing end of it, I don't know whether that will be updated or not. Probably not. Don't expect it. Don't expect it. That's the way they work. And major update again on the 21st of December. Now I'll just go through the chat here and see where there's questions that need some answering. Hello, everybody. Hello. Yeah, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll never, ever, ever monetize this channel. I never ever will do that. But it's kind of neat to know that I could. And that's not been too long. Yes, StreamYard. I'm really starting to like StreamYard. Thanks, Robert. Yeah. Terry Thomas, my passive. Welcome. So still 2,500 and waiting in my Protect fund. Have you made any claims on it? Is your robot at work? Because if your robot is at work, you should have a claim button under your Protect fund every now and again. If you've collected some already and still have 2,500, hey, great, awesome. You're down quite a bit. I still have $22,000 to collect out of my Protect fund. But I also see it growing very, very fast. My protect pending is this morning was over $9,000. So, and my uh, protect claimable is over almost 6,000. Um, I made a decision today that, all right, it's going to be another 2 weeks anyway. So why not put all that money that I had sitting there waiting for this withdrawal that was supposed to come today, or I was hoping was going to come today. Why not put all that? I had $5,500 sitting back while waiting for the okay, we can. And at any rate, because my rigger has to be paid for, so I have to find that somewhere else. So I just put it back into. I just upgraded, or I mean, I purchased more advertising. $5,500 worth. It now there's 3,000 waiting to go in, so now it's over $8,000 waiting to go into my ad budget now. And tomorrow I'll probably do the same thing with my protect fund. Put it working. Why leave it sit? You know, if you have money in those things right now, because we probably know this is going to be 2 weeks, right? Before the withdraw button is going to be pressed. Remember, they just said it'd probably take a week to get the preliminaries, the cash set up, the backup, and ready to go so that they can start putting it back. And then it's going to take some time for them to put it back, whether 2 or 3 days. I don't know how long that's going to take. But so we know it's going to take a couple weeks anyway. So put that money to work for you through those 2 weeks. And then when the withdraw button is pressed and we can again, what you can do then is just hold off on topping up for 3 to 5 days and just withdraw that, because that'll probably, by the time we get to that a couple weeks down the road, that 3 or 5 days will probably be as much as what's in there now, and you'll be earning more and more and more. And if it's not, well, all right, do that on a weekly basis or a daily basis. You know, save 25. Mine is 25% when it to what I'm going to withdraw, and 75% back into purchase more advertising. That's what I do. That's what I will always do. Until once the withdrawals start happening again. So if you've got stuff in there in your cash back and you can top up, why not top up with it? Let your money work for you. No withdrawals yet, as has been saying. Link for AI gestion. Let me get it for you. I'll put it on the chat here. Uno momento. Copy. AI gestion coming out in the chat right now. And that is a website. It comes out in French, and it says in the bottom, create an account in French or something like that. Click that, and then go through fill in the fields, and inside the software, you can switch it to English. I'm not sure why they didn't put that outside the software, but that's where it is. Yes, Efren, you will get it back. Some made withdrawals more than that. Some made withdrawals less than that. All of those will be back in your account that it came from when they start returning the funds. And $6 to $9 back almost daily. That's great, Kristen. That's awesome. Oh, there we go. All right. Any more questions that anybody has? I might please give me a break. I'm starting to feel scratchy and everything. So I'm not getting sick. It's just my throat. It happens every now and again. How did this issue occur? What they wanted to do was install a module that accepted credit cards for most of the world. So, and when they did that, it messed with the payment module because they wanted payments to run in and out using Visa, MasterCard, debit cards, whichever ones you have. So what happened when they upgraded to accept them, it messed with the payment module, which handles the payments for withdrawals and in and out and that sort of thing. And they found that error, fixed it, and are now, because they had to do it live, people were still making withdrawal requests, even though the corporation asked us not to. Some people didn't get the information at all. Some got it. Dang! I just made a withdrawal. Oops. Oh well. They'll fix it, and they will. No worries whatsoever. Um, so what happened is because they were doing it live, they couldn't shut off the withdraw button, because if they did, all the withdrawals that were pending would have been swooped away and gone off into wild blue yonder, and they'd all been disappeared, and people would be yelling and stammering at them for that, and they'd have to go and find them, and they just chose to do it live. And what they're doing now is harvesting all of those withdrawal requests off the server into a backup file so they can shut it off and not lose all that data. And they turn it back on again, upload all that data, and then they can proceed to pay us all back into the account. That's basically how it occurred, Ephraim. It was a semicolon out of place in the coding, or a hyphen or a word or something out of place in probably millions and millions of lines of code. So AI gestion, what is it used for? It's actually a really, really good piece of software that analyzes your AI marketing account. The free version, where you can sign up through the link that I just put up there, if you copy and paste your sales every day, it'll give you all the stats that you need, how much you spend a day, how much your robot's earning, everything that goes on with your account comes up in that, copying and pasting your stats every day. If you purchase the professional edition, which is I think 40 euros a year, and then upload the AI gestion to your browser, it will meld with your AI marketing account and update everything for you on a daily basis. And then it can get into forecasting how the best ways to use your robot is. Meaning, one of the tips that I learned from it was, and it was a big difference, a really big difference, was if you're going to put in $1,000, put it in a couple of $100 every 2 or 3 days or 4 days, because the robot does reassessments of the ad campaigns in that amount of time. And if it sees new money coming into the ad campaigns on that much, the ad balance on that frequent a basis, it starts to spend more on ads, and then you get more sales and you make more money through the commissions of those sales. If you put it all in at once and then leave it for a month, it doesn't see any new funds being brought in, or whenever it's over $10, it doesn't see as much, so it tends to spend less and try to conserve your ad budget so it lasts 30 to 40 days, that sort of thing. So AI gestion really, really, really works well. I use it myself. I turn it on and off and on and off. It does interfere with some operations of the website, but they're negligible. So having it on most of the only thing I found it interferes with is going to the euro exchange from the INB side. So I turn it off for that when it's available at any rate. Yes, it does, Ephraim, still takes time for ad balance to move the advertising budget. It will always take some time. The right amount of time is what they advertise, 48 hours. It's getting closer and closer and closer to that as they approve more and more of the aggregators' accounts, so that everything works smoothly with the communications that their computers do with those other computers, with the companies in England and elsewhere, for the placing of the ads and that sort of thing. So, yeah, I expect it to take 6 to 8 days now. It was 10 to 12. Now it's 6 to 8. And if it goes faster, great. Absolutely great. I think that's awesome if it goes fast. It was 10 days, yeah. 10. What I've had 11, and some people have heard 12. But yeah, it's getting more and more so that people are reporting 6 days to have it moved from the budget, or balance to the budget. So that's good. That's good. And on that note, I'm sorry, guys. I have to shut her down. That was an hour anyway. I'm glad I was able to not start crackling for that long. Thank you all for joining me today. This will be This will be posted on YouTube almost immediately after I shut this off. So by all means, go on to the channels. SV Stone Age is the channel name that you want to look for, and send the link out to your team so that they see all of this and can process it. If they've got questions, answer them for them. And I'm on Telegram most of the time. I'm on Facebook Messenger most of the time, WhatsApp most of the time. But Telegram is probably the best way to get a hold of me, through the Stone Age Bounty Telegram chat. And I'll see it there, or send me a private message from there to let me know that you're going to. I'll tell you if I have some time or not. At any rate, thank you guys again. I love you all. Keep the faith. We will be all whole again. I have no question about that. No question whatsoever. And things that Julie's told me, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I have some waiting. I'm going. It's exactly where I'm headed, is to make a ginger tea. Thank you again. Love you guys. God bless. And we'll see you in the group next meeting Saturday morning, 10:30. Probably it may just be going over the same thing, but let's keep some flow. All right. Thank you again, everybody. I appreciate you all. Good night. Good morning. Good day.